Back in studio with the fellas. I want to get to the Daniel news in just a bit here, Jonathan, but let's start with the Cowboys guys and what they were able to do offensively in this one. The dynamic duo back in the fold with Pickens really picking up the slack in the absence of CD, but you get them both out there. Dak playing the way he is right now. Hard team to stop, Mac.
Yes. Looking at the numbers, Dak Prescott, 264, 3 touchdowns. Javonte Williams, 116, 1 rushing touchdown. CD Lamb, 118 yards through the air. George Pickens, 82 yards. Fergie, 2 receiving touchdowns. This is a high-level offense in terms of the playmakers. They were already doing video game-like numbers without CD. Now you get CD back in the fold. They just become better. And see, the issue that I was having, guys, with the Dallas Cowboys defensively, with their high-powered offense, you just got to get 4 stops a game.
Yeah.
That's it. Just get 4 stops. And guess what they did? They got 4. At least 4 today. That's what they need to do because their offense, regardless of who they're going against, guys, they have so many stars. They will provide numbers. It's just up to the defense, Logan, just to get at least 4 stops for them to be in a position that they were in today and winning. And, oh, by the way, when you look at the NFC East in totality, this division is wide open.
Put it in the blender.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to do what you're going to get when you put it in the blender, but that's the life they're living now in the NFC East. And if you're Dallas Cowboys fans, you got to like your chances.
Mac, I'm glad you pivot the offensive thought here to the defensive side of the ball because, Logan, we know what the Cowboys offense to this point is going to present us. Despite who's out there from a personnel standpoint, 22 points for this defense is a win.
It absolutely is a win, and it's because, in my opinion, I'm going to pivot right back to you, Moose. It's CD Lamb.
Yeah.
I played against this fit. I played against Dak. I played against CD. He is the emotional player for them, right? And injuries, let me put it like this. Injuries aren't always the worst thing for a team because this CD Lamb injury early in the year, it got George Pickens involved. It got Ferguson involved. Now with CD Lamb back, the other players' confidence is up, but don't get it twisted. CD Lamb's the #1 option for Dak Prescott. With him and George Pickens on the field at the same time, it's going to be hard to outscore the Dallas Cowboys.
You love when juice can translate from one side of the ball to the other, and it felt like a team feeding off of one another, defense to offense in this one. The news on Jayden Daniels dealing with a hamstring, JJ. What's the latest that we know, and how much of a level of concern should there be with the accrual of injury throughout this season?
So I think there has to be a level of concern for Jayden Daniels for the Washington Commanders and his hamstring, and here's why. He got ruled out in that game in the third quarter when the game, while it ultimately became out of reach, was still within reach. We know that hamstrings, not one hamstring is ever created equally. Some guys don't miss a game. Some guys go on injured reserve and have season-ending surgery. We're probably not talking about the extreme. I hope that we understand what I mean by that is when you don't go back into a game that can still be won by your team, that would indicate a level of severity where at least the next week has to be in question. And I think that we remember from last year, Jayden Daniels had the ribs, and he came back and he played through that. But this year he had the knee.
Yeah.
And that knee and his legs are so essential to what he does as a quarterback in the NFL that if you again have an injury to the lower part of your body, the hamstring, essential to him, got to look to maybe start Marcus Mariota next week.
It looks to take away that +1 effect in the run game, rendered a little less effective here, and again, left the game, did not return an uphill climb for Washington as they drop back-to-back games against Chicago and now Dallas, and the latest in division. Prescott, career at home against the Commanders, little issue, never lost.